Hello.
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
It's Jared and Marshall. We're back with the podcast. I know it's been a long time.
Season 2, bitches.
That's what we did. That's what you said with our last episode that you had to trash.
Look. Back It Up and Dump It is never going to be released unless, like, a month from now I decide to release it anyway and just make it a parody thing.
It was a poorly executed episode, even by our non-content standards.
We were tired. I was tired.
We didn't have access to internet, so we couldn't get any, like, Cosmo articles to help you lonely hearts out there.
Again, I have Cosmo magazines we could have used.
Well, yeah, but I like the articles online better.
Yeah.
Alright, so, let's see, what is today? Today is May 7th, 2014.
May Day!
It's not May Day, that's May 1st. It's been about
I missed May Day.
Stop it!
I didn't even realize that.
You didn't know May 1st is May Day?
If I would have remembered it was May Day, I would have been all at work, and someone like, are you doing okay? I'd be like, May Day!
Of course you would have. And
yeah,
you would
have
given
how fucking loud that was.
You would have given some poor old woman a heart attack if you had done that.
I would have become a poor old woman, like, Mayday! I've fallen over!
And you can't get up.
Well, I mean, I'm not an old man.
Okay. This is going nowhere really quickly. So, it's been about a year and a half since we started this, and I believe a year and a half ago.
Maybe a year.
No, well, our first episode was in, like, what, January
Holy
2013?
shit.
Yeah, see, right? See?
What the
right?
fuck? We've done, like, 6 of these?
We've done, no.
7? This is number 8.
Yeah.
If Back It Up and Dump It counts.
Okay, you know what? We haven't done very much.
Yeah, we've done shit.
Okay, look. We're gonna do better, guys. We promise.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie. We promise. I don't break promises. Okay?
That's a lie.
Shut up! Anyway, fantastical news going on right now. If you have been a long-time listener and you remember from a year and a half ago when we announced Pokemon X and Y releasing, well, then we have very great news for you because today, yeah, they've announced the remakes
Although
for the
it's probably
3DS.
going to be yesterday at this point.
Oh, yeah, by the time you guys get this.
It's going to have to render and then upload, and that's going to be a nightmare.
I don't care. I'm not changing how I say this.
All right, today,
they announced the release in just 6 months, November of 2014, the release of a 3DS remakes of Ruby and Sapphire called Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. Marshall, what?
Sorry, I just found Rebecca's...
Is that?
Oh, it's the title for the tour.
It's the title for your car.
I thought it was her birth certificate. I'm like, what's it doing in a random box on the floor? Anyway.
So
Ruby
hey guys,
and Sapphire.
Ruby and Sapphire remakes. You've been waiting forever.
Yeah, like 8 years.
8 years? They've been wanting them ever since they came out for after 3 years?
Yeah.
Really?
I've been wanting them since day one.
Since day one?
I was like, I want this but better.
But it had just come out.
I was like, this game is shit. So I want to see it better. No,
well, that's why they made Emerald.
Yeah, Emerald was my favorite.
Emerald
I played Ruby
good.
first, and then I played Sapphire, and then I played Emerald, and then I played Emerald like 1,000 other times.
Okay, so I don't know how many of you guys are Pokemon fans out there. I'm pretty sure.
All of them.
Yeah, totally. All you guys out there love Pokemon, right? Okay.
Boobymon.
Boobymon. That's our favorite Pokemon. I'm sorry. Today with us, we have a guest, or, I don't know, a sit-in, maybe? Don't know if she'll say
Live studio audience!
Live studio audience. That's the best way to say it. We have...
So when we mess up, she can be like, you suck!
Yeah, jackass! We have our friend Kara Gale here with us today. If you want to say hello, Kara.
Hello, everyone.
Glow in the dark now.
Anyway.
Well, I'm sorry.
She's just here to observe for the most part, and whenever we, like Marshall said, whenever we say something stupid, she'll call us out on it, so... Maybe that'll improve our quality somehow. I don't think so.
I don't know. It could.
Probably not.
No, we suck.
Alright, well, Marshall, how has work been going for you?
Well, this lady I work with called Diane, we'll call her, I mean, that's her real name, so I already fucked it up.
You're supposed to use
Well, we'll call her Diane.
Let's just call her Diane.
We'll take the E off, so it's a different name.
You're like the rabbi from Seinfeld.
Anyway, Diane's been taking vacation every other week, and so I've been having to work like 6-day weeks over and over and over. And I'm actually taking a vacation this weekend, so I'm hoping that she has to work. I like Diane. She's cool. She's a nice lady. But, I mean, geez, come on.
Yeah,
2 weeks in a row, and it's happening next week, too.
And it's happening next week?
Gosh.
It's like...
It's pretty sad, though. Like,
Dude,
I want to get a
yeah.
tattoo right here. I mean, they can't see.
They
but, like,
can't see.
on my forearm.
Marshall is now gesturing at his forearm.
Basically on the outside of the forearm so other people can see it. I want to get a big compass with a ship.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you wanted to get tattooed. Fuck you, Diane. In your fucking vacation
No,
time.
although that's a funny story. Maybe for the thumbnail I'll upload this picture. I was making stained glass Jell-O, and to do that you just get plain regular Jell-O, and then you get whipped topping, and you just pour it all on it and smooth it out. Well, I write things on it, and last time I wrote, fuck you, and then Diane walked right by it, and she's like, Marshall! And I'm like, I didn't mean you, I'm sorry.
You should have met her. You should have done.
I do now.
You do now.
I do now.
Are you putting nail polish on your... You know what? I don't even care. I'm not
it might
even
be
ask.
glow in the dark. I'm not sure if it works
Whoa.
anymore. So
Okay, you know what? Go ahead and put some of that on me. That actually sounds fantastic. I changed my mind. I'm not too good for glow in the dark. Why are you putting it on the middle finger? Because you think it's going to be going someplace dark? Marshall?
What was that laugh?
Do you have plans for us later?
That was the worst.
I feel very uncomfortable. This right here is my no-no square. I won't let you touch me
You should
there.
flip the light off.
I should, but I don't want to get up.
Fuck it.
Flip the light off. You're so stupid. You're stupid.
So work's been going okay.
That's good.
It's been fun. I mean, I got a raise recently. I'm not supposed to talk about how much it was.
Well, then don't
wasn't
tell us how
much.
much it was. Just you got a raise. That's good.
Yeah, but I'm still on 4 days a week, which sucks. So I'm not really seeing it. But
Okay, you were just complaining about 6 days a week.
well, I know, but like even though I'm on 6 days a week, I get 3 days off after that.
Well, that's true.
So I don't actually get any more money or time.
Oh.
It's just I have to do it more frequently.
Oh.
And anyway, back to the tattoo thing. I found out that if you have a tattoo, the new CEO is making you cover it with like a long sleeve black shirt or red. But either way, it's going to be
Black or
hell.
red?
Well, I don't know what color. I said black at first because Olive Garden black, but our work uniforms are red.
I hope it's red.
Because red is your favorite color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Bing.
Bing.
The search engine.
The worst search engine.
Unless
All right.
it's for porn.
Unless it's for porn.
That's all I ever read about Bing is that it's the best for porn, and I'm like,
I can actually attest to that.
I'm like, I want
Let's
to
move
try
on,
it,
though.
but I don't. Like,
Moving
at the
on.
same time.
Actually, okay. We've actually been receiving a lot of questions from our listeners.
Like, why are you still here?
A lot more than I would have expected, to be perfectly honest. Let's see. Question for your podcast: what is the worst anime/movie you ever watched? Marshall?
I'm gonna let you take it first. I gotta think about it.
The worst movie I ever watched? Titanic. I hate Titanic. I hate it.
As all the people are dying, you're like, ha, fucking white people.
I was like, good, serves him right. That dude totally saw that iceberg coming. And if he didn't, he should have. And then at the end, there was definitely room for 2 people on that door. What the heck, Rose? She let him die.
Yeah, she did.
She could have saved his life. Could have been a happy ending. Besides, I don't think any of that was based on a true story like they claim. Except for, the ship sinking and stuff. But I mean,
Yeah.
the romance.
I
and
mean, the mariachi
with the
band
Jack
that
and
went down,
Rose,
like,
and stop it.
wasn't
There
it?
wasn't a mariachi
There
band.
should have
was it?
been.
Well, yeah, that would have been better. But it was an orchestra or something.
What was
with
my least
tuxedos.
favorite anime/movie?
I don't know what your favorite is. What?
Well, I did see one the other day. I don't know what it was, but it had a bunch of machine mech things all around it. I'm not usually one for mech unless it's a good storyline, like Gun X Sword.
That's fair. Gun X Sword was
But
an excellent mech anime.
This just wasn't very great. I don't know what it was though. It was weird as hell, and it was very poorly animated and just looked like a chicken drew it.
A chicken? Chickens can't draw. They
Tell
scratch.
that to the
Looks like a chicken
creator
scratched
of
it.
Cox and Crindor animated. His thing is a chicken.
That's true. It is. You're right. Let's see. Next question. What
Now-
part of the chicken is in the nugget?
Wait,
Like,
what?
What part
Did
of
I
the...
just segue into the next question?
You did. You didn't even know.
Holy
You're not even
shit.
looking at this, are you?
That's fantastic.
Isn't that great? Okay, yeah. So, what part of the chicken is in the chicken is in the nugget like chicken nuggets? That's it. Wait, hold on. Let me read this word for word. I want to try this. I want you to hear this grammar. What part of the chicken is the nugget like chicken nuggets? And there's no punctuation. There's not even a question mark.
The parts of the nugget in the chicken nugget, chicken.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be the next rap song. Chicken nuggets, nigga.
Featuring Kanye West.
Featuring Kanye West. What part of the chicken? I would imagine it's the
Leftovers.
breast. It probably is the leftovers. I would hope it's the breast. That's what I
It's
tell
probably,
myself.
I want to say it's ground up pieces of other parts of the chicken that just didn't get used elsewhere.
Probably.
Kind of like with hamburgers on
like the
cows.
chicken penis.
Yeah.
Eh.
Kind of like hamburgers on cows, though. It's just like 100 cows make one little patty. Like, wow.
Yeah, you know what? You guys are probably better off just not thinking about it, okay?
Never order your hamburgers rare. Always get them well done because they come from 100 different cows, and one of them might have had a disease.
One of them might have mono.
Yeah.
You got to get yourself tested.
You don't want mono. It's
Or
nasty.
one of them might have like slept with the wrong bull and gotten herpes.
Yeah.
And you know what happens if that goes
You mess with the
unmedicated? You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
No, I was going to say you mess with the bull, you get herpes.
That's going to be the next thing. I'm tweeting that right now. Actually, I'm
Live
gonna-
tweet it.
Live tweeting this podcast, guys.
That you
can
won't
follow
hear
us.
till like tomorrow.
If we were doing this on Twitch, maybe that would make more sense.
Actually, you can live stream on YouTube now.
Oh,
I set up
crap.
an account for it.
What?
Mhm.
Okay, well, you know what? Before I go
Maybe
off to
one of these days we'll do a live stream
Yep,
podcast.
we're definitely doing that. We're doing a live stream podcast with the video cam and everything.
Oh shit!
We're gonna do it. It'll be our face reveal.
Because mine's
Although
like 720 and it sucks.
most of you guys have already seen our faces, but we're gonna do a face reveal
I mean,
live
I have
stream
a
podcast.
Q&A where I show my face.
Yeah,
so
you
it's just
did.
yours, really.
Yeah, it's
Unless
just
I'm wearing a mask and they don't
nobody
know.
wants to see my face.
You know, doesn't this guy kind of look like, what's his name? I just lost it.
Kevin Spacey
Kind of.
mixed with John Voight.
No,
That's
no.
it.
I'm thinking Kevin Spacey mixed with, what's his name?
William Shatner.
No. Breaking Bad.
Oh,
What's his name? I can't think of it now.
Bryan.
Bryan Cranston.
Yep, there it is.
It's Bryan Cranston mixed with Kevin Spacey. Which is a good segue
That's not a good segue.
into...
Well, maybe it is.
If you wanna
to this
quickly-
to this next question, it might actually be a good segue.
Really?
Is having and owning pets playing God?
That's definitely not a good segue. I thought we could do the other thing, but...
I don't know.
Yes.
If you have dogs or hamsters,
I mean, dog is God spelled backwards. So
Yeah.
clearly, so clearly.
Yeah. If you have a cat, then owning a pet is playing
It's like-
slave.
If you have a cat...
It's the exact opposite. The cat thinks it's God.
Yeah.
I hope. I feel like I have to yell because I'm like sitting a million miles away from the microphone. Do you think it's still picking me up okay?
Yeah, I do.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I'm going to amp it up a little anyway.
Are you picking me up okay?
Are you? Are you picking him up?
You picking me up?
I'm picking you up.
You're picking me up. Okay.
There you go.
Let's see.
Oh,
Here's,
fuck.
here's an excellent question from my dearest little brother. He asks, What was
What was your first thoughts of each other when you two first met? God, your brother's a hillbilly.
It's what were, Colin.
No. Oh, I was going to say...
What were your first thoughts of each other when you two first met? Well, let's see. When was the time we first met, Marshall?
8th grade, first trimester, technology class.
Technology.
Technology.
Yeah. We had that stop motion animation.
We were making Mr. Potato Head get hit by a satellite.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty damn cool.
I think that video is still used there as an example
I sincerely hope
of
so.
what to do if you want to be a badass and make a video.
God, it was so fucking
badass.
good, too. I don't think we finished it, though.
No, we did.
Oh, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe we ran out of time and we just submitted it. I can't remember after
No,
that.
yeah, and we've been friends ever since.
Yay.
Growing
Actually, the
closer
thing
and
was...
closer.
I thought he was cool and funny, if not a little bit weird. But I was a bit weird, too. And I remember he invited me to his pool party on a day that he was wearing a robe to school. On the day he dressed up as Hawkeye Pierce.
Oh, yeah.
And he invited me over to his pool party over the
I
summer.
forgot
And I thought, oh, that's fantastic. Sure, I want to go. He seems like a cool guy. I hate parties. I hate people. This is going to suck. But I said yes. And I'm glad I did. Because that was the most awkward teenage pool party I've ever been to.
Yeah, but they got better eventually. Remember,
Eventually.
the pinnacle was that one right at the start of junior year. I don't think any of them got better than that. Like 27 people showed
Oh,
up.
yeah.
There was like we had guys
Boobies.
and we got bitches in the hot tub.
Yeah.
And then my dad showed up with a Speedo. And
Yeah, he did. And that was awkward.
That was a
as
little
hell.
awkward, but they actually thought he was cool. And then Jeff was freestyle rapping
Yeah.
in the hot tub, and everybody was entertained. If you guys remember from the first episode, Jeff Penner was our first guest star. So we miss him. As soon as I move in with him next year, then I'll have him as a guest star on the podcast
Heck
again. I already
yeah.
talked to him about it. He's excited.
Remember that time we had Nate as a guest star, and then we never actually.
Then
got
we
to
didn't.
upload
We
it?
never aired that episode either,
Well,
did
it's
we?
because
It was crap.
No, it wasn't crap. It was actually good. It was just that the audio for the song was terrible.
Yeah. Well, because we don't have a professional studio, and we didn't
Well,
have
it was. I don't think we had a good
guitar
mic at the time.
Yeah, we don't have a mic for recording songs.
At that time, I think it was just that we didn't have this mic.
No, we had
Or
this
we
mic.
didn't have it right. Because we were all in that little room
Yeah.
that was really echoey.
Yeah.
And so when I played it back, all I heard was like...
You heard Jabba the Sex giving oral?
Jabba the Sex.
Jabba the Hutt giving oral. Did I say Jabba the Sex?
Yeah, you
Well, that's what his new name's going to be. I'm sorry, guys, if that ruined Star Wars for you. But that's just how it goes. All right, next question. How do you feel about churros?
I've never had one.
Me neither. They look good.
I know that fat little Mexican girls always talk about them.
Heard good things.
Yeah.
Never had one. Let's see.
Massive diarrhea.
Do you think aliens exist?
Duh.
I mean,
I don't think they exist in terms of like strange looking, funky, giant gray headed guys with big black eyes, but I think that there is life on other planets. I think that's a pretty vain thing to assume that one planet in an infinitely expanding universe is the only one with life.
I've got to say, last fall I did some roofing work, and aliens definitely exist because I worked with some.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's see. What are your views on robots taking over the world?
Wrecked. What?
So, well, that already happened. Remember RG4?
Oh yeah, RG4, and remember Terminator,
Yeah?
and Will Smith, I, Robot,
Yeah?
and the movie starring Ewan McGregor, Robots.
Wait, was that a thing?
Yeah.
When did I miss that?
It was an animated movie.
When did that come
It's
out?
actually pretty good. I didn't think it would be. Years ago. I have it in there if you want to borrow
I still
it.
don't know if my middle finger is glowing in the
I
dark.
don't. We gotta turn the light off. If
I don't
want to
turn off the light right now.
I want to
don't
turn the
wanna
light
get
off
up.
all the time.
All right. Have you ever kissed a dog?
That didn't work.
You don't have a clapper. Have you ever kissed a dog? Not like tongue or anything,
know.
just like kissed it.
No, I've never kissed a dog. What the fuck is wrong?
I have.
I've kissed one on the head before.
Okay, well that counts.
I've never like full blown tongue kissed a dog. If that's what they're asking.
No, I just said.
I mean, I know that guy's a little weird. So.
Yeah, well, he kind of is. Okay,
Well-
let's see. How have beards affected your life? Is that really a thing?
Let's see. After I noticed, and here's a weird thing. I've noticed that having a beard actually makes you more amiable to people.
Does it?
It doesn't make you any more amiable, but it makes them more amiable to you because they're like, that guy has a beard.
That guy has a
And
beard.
I don't know why
I like
that
that.
works. But if you're just a clean-shaven guy, usually you don't get as good a reaction out of people as if you had a beard.
No, that's
People
totally fair.
seem to think that people with beards can be trusted and that they've got it together because they have a beard. Like, that's actually a real scientific study. It's crazy.
Huh. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Now, only if it's an attractive-looking beard. If it's just, like, splotchy everywhere, no. If
Well-
you've got chin guards, no.
Ew. No, of course not. Well, I mean, everybody I work with keeps saying they want me to have my beard back, and I want it back, but I can't have it right now, guys. Okay, so look, it's not coming back yet. Not until I quit my job.
You gotta,
That lets
like,
me have my beard.
go all gazpacho.
Yeah,
Look.
look, gazpacho. We gotta stop referencing other podcasts in our podcast.
I think that's the best thing to do. It's
Oh.
like when you write your first
We gotta
novel.
at least cite
It's-
our
it's-
sources.
It's like when you write... We already have. It's like when you write your first novel. It's going to be a work pretty much almost plagiarizing everything else that you've ever seen and taken in.
You know what?
It's only after editing it and going through it and keep persevering through the novel that you realize, my style's coming out now.
Yeah.
And then it changes, and then everything after that point is yours. But it's like that first thing you do is going to pretty much just be a ripoff of someone else.
Well, I guess, you know
To
what?
a point.
My creative writing teacher, he always told us that good artists borrow and great artists steal. Kara, I'm sure you've heard that before, right?
Yes, I have. More than once.
Yeah, she had him as well. He's a great teacher.
He gets around.
Whoa.
What? I mean, he's a college professor.
Let's see. Does half price... Oh, wait. No, that's a question he asked me the other night. He asked me when half
Go
price...
ahead.
Does half priced apps start at 9 on Sundays for Applebee's?
The answer is yes.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's 10 o'clock on Friday, though, right?
Yeah, 10 o'clock on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. 9 every other day.
You're welcome, guys. For the
Hooray, the important questions.
Here it is for the podcast. What do you think about Matt Smith being in Terminator?
He's in what?
Yep. And then that's exactly what I just asked him back. I said, wait, what? He is? And they said, yeah, he's in the new Terminator. I don't know all the details, so you might have to look it up.
Oh, see, I just read that as I'm at the dentist.
I'm at the dentist.
I'm at the dentist, so you'll have to look. I mean, it works either way, so.
I don't know. Marshall, maybe while I'm reading off the next question or segueing to the next thing, look that up really quick. And
Why do we say segue as a phrase? Like, that is such a shitty phrase.
It's not a shitty phrase.
It's the third thing down on Google.
It's a real phrase.
It is a very real phrase, but it's such a shitty phrase. Like, every time I say it, I picture myself on a Segway.
Okay, the next question is actually 3 questions all in one. He asks us, part 1 is first crush.
Oh, it looks like he's going to be getting a gig in the entire trilogy of Terminator Genisys.
Whoa. Matt Smith is going to be in the
It's a smaller
entire...
role.
Wow.
It said it might be a minor role, but it's going to be in all 3.
Well, there you go. That's still something.
Still a lot of money.
Still something. Exactly. Marshall, first crush.
You know why they're called a crush?
Why?
Because they crush you.
Do they?
That's actually why they're called crushes, I found.
That's terrible.
It's fun what you can do with a little bit of etymology.
Oh, well, there you go.
My first crush was a 30-year-old woman named Blanca.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yep.
You struck out, huh?
Yeah.
Actually, no, you were pretty close, weren't
She used
you?
to sit... Not really. She used to sit me in her lap when I was like 3 or 4, and I thought she was so pretty, and like one day I just kissed her.
Did you want... Oh, snap!
So probably that was my first crush.
Wow.
Something that when I was younger, my mom would never let me get over until like they all left.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Mine would probably have to be Allison Sandlin. God, I hope she's not listening to this.
I doubt she is. I don't even know what that means.
I don't think anybody's listening to this.
Well, we're listening to it.
Well, yeah.
To it.
Well, yeah.
You're going to listen to it like 7,000 times.
I probably will download and listen to this.
I'm never going to.
See,
that's how much I love this. I don't even listen to it.
No, I download our podcasts and listen to them over and over. I like to analyze and see. That's how we improve, okay? Plus, I just like listening to people talk when I'm in the car.
No, I mean, I'll listen to them every now and then when I'm just like wanting background noise and I'm doing something else. So that's how you should listen. When you're driving.
Hey, I never finished
when you're coloring a color by number book. Eating dinner.
Eating dinner.
Making love.
Making love. This is not the thing to listen. Don't any of you do that.
Sweat dripping off the microphone.
Stop it. Don't use your sexy jazz voice now. That's not good. That's not okay. Yeah, Allison Sandlin, I was 5.5 years
like
old.
A news reporter name.
I was... Well, maybe she'll be a news reporter someday. I was in kindergarten. I started out pretty young myself with the whole...
I started out pretty well myself.
You know what? And then he also asks us fat band.
What?
Then he corrects it to favorite. He meant favorite band, but he said fat band, and that made me laugh.
My favorite fat band.
Fap.
Fap is what
I said fap band.
Weird Al.
You fap to Weird Al.
Who doesn't?
Okay, if it's something I fap to, it would probably have to be something like, I don't know, Enye or Ellie Goulding, maybe the Superhumanoids, but if it's favorite band, definitely Ockerville River. They're up there.
We've
like
talked about
one.
this like 1,000 times.
I'm sure we have.
Ockerville River and Frank Turner.
There it is. Yep. That's definitely let's see.
I just found out on Frank's website, guys, frankturner.com or org or net or one of those.
Probably .uk.
frankturner.co.uk.
Probably. I mean, he's
Frank
British.
Turner. No, it's just frankturner.com.
Are you sure? Okay, well,
No,
there
it's
you go.
not.
No, it's not. You just tried that. It didn't work.
It's frank-turner.com.
Okay, there you go.
On frank-turner.com, you can find every one of his songs, listen to them for free, see the lyrics, and download the guitar tabs.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm going to be spending a lot of time on there now.
It's completely free. I like it.
Did you know that, what's his name? That was terrible. My favorite band.
Oh, what's his name?
I asked what's his name. Will Sheff.
Wait. Will Schaff or Will Sheff?
Will Sheff or Will Sheff? Oh, crap.
Will Schaff Chef.
The front man for Ockerville River.
It's Will Sheff.
It's Will Sheff. He writes periodicals every once in a while. He writes opinion papers for a music magazine. I don't know the name of it right now. Like, I see it online all the time whenever he tweets them out. Follow Ockerville River on Twitter, guys. And every once in a while, he'll write an article for something, and stop distracting me. He writes articles for like Music Review magazine or something online, and it's really great. His articles are inspiring, and I've actually gone and listened to a lot of music I didn't think I would like just because he was talking about it in depth. And that's what I like about Ockerville River, is that all of their music is in depth. There's none of this stuff with like from the window to the wall, ski, 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 or shots. Like it's none of that
Shots
crap.
fired.
It's meaningful stuff, okay?
On another note,
What?
I actually managed to nag a copy of Tales of Exilia 2.
Yeah, you did.
Collector's edition.
Nice, good job, buddy.
I was happy because
Marshall
last
is
time
a
I got
huge
fucked out of it.
fan of the Tales series of video games.
Hell yeah, and if I ever get a Hippog or an Elgato, the cat.
Elgato, the cat.
If I ever get the hippo or the cat, then I am definitely going to be recording videos of all of those on the Xbox and PS3.
Well, there you go. Keep your eyes open, guys. If you like watching Marshall play poorly made
had your
RPGs,
eyes wide open.
they're not actually poorly made.
Why
I was
were
just
they
trying to get
open?
him to stop it. Stop it.
That's what you were trying to do? God,
Okay.
I just see these waves of us and our volume, and
I
I'm
know.
like, every time I see it, I'm like, Kame, ah!
Oh my god! And then on the audio thing, it looks like a Kamehameha.
Yeah, it does.
That's beautiful. Okay, let's see. The next question was how long? What's the longest you've ever gone without a shower?
Oh, probably about like a real. What we're defining as shower here, we'll say, is like an actual faucet, warm water shower, right?
Well, yeah.
Or cool if you're.
There's no other kind of shower.
Well, I mean, there's like bathing in a
No,
pond.
no,
Okay.
doesn't count.
Then about a week and a half, 2
Like
weeks.
actual bathing.
Then a couple weeks.
Really?
Well, I
Really?
go on these camping trips where I survive, and if bathing in a pond or a stream doesn't count, then no, 2 weeks.
All right. Me, it's probably about 2 days.
I mean, without the other kind of shower, it's like a day.
Like, I mean,
Maybe
seriously, I can't
every
go.
now
I
and
can't
then,
go. I
if I
hate
get
going more
tired.
than 1 day
Yeah.
without bathing.
I usually take
Drives me
2,
nuts.
but
It
I mean,
drives. When I was
now
doing
that I have
roofing,
a water bill,
when I did roofing, I would shower like 2 or 3 times a day
yeah.
because it was just nuts. I couldn't stand it.
I wish I had my nuts in here.
Go get your nuts.
Questionable statement
right.
of the day.
Questionable statement of the decade.
It's one of the things I love about Reddit is if someone posts a link and they call it something else and it's like an innuendo, someone else will comment back, risky click of the day.
Risky click of the day. All right, let's see. We've talked about Pokemon. We did our questions. Oh, hey, you know what? You talked about work, but you didn't even ask me about my work, you jerk face.
I don't care about your work.
You're a jerk.
It's 'cause
Nobody cares about me ever.
I can ask you about your work, and I'm going to have to hear 2 different stories.
Why?
It's going to be twice as long.
It won't be twice as long as your stupid story. Complain about Diana, which you used to segue. I used it again. That word you hate, motherfucker.
I just think of like that
Then you
song,
segued to the
Chimpanzee
tattoo.
riding on a Segway.
Tattoo, which was really dumb. And
Well, look, they're not glowing in the
well,
dark.
of course not. Mine was kind of glowing.
All right,
It's
here,
just that
let's
there's
shine a light.
computer monitor. There's
Computer
computer monitor. There's a computer monitor. It's making light.
Phenomena.
Phenomena.
All
That
right.
takes me back to Nicaragua.
No,
Yeah.
no
it
one
does.
wants to go back to Nicaragua.
I don't want to go back to Nicaragua. Stop
Or as we
shooting.
like to call it, Blackwater.
Blackwater Blues. That's exactly what it was. Let's see. You know what? I was the past couple of weeks, every Saturday for the past 3 or 4 weeks, they've been scheduling me to work a double long at Applebee's, which essentially means that like I show up around 10:30 and I have no break and I work straight on through until about 1:30 a.m. and then I leave. So it's like a 15-hour day. And it gets exhausting, but I'm kind of getting used to it. This past Saturday, we had a little bit of a dry period, a little bit of a lull in the excitement. You're not even listening.
Hang on, I want to show my awesome name.
I'm trying to talk to the listeners. At least they're listening.
How about I just tell you a ghost story while the lights off?
Stop
and I have
it.
a flashlight.
Let me finish. I didn't interrupt you when you were talking about bitchy Diana.
Yeah, you did.
No, well, yeah, but then I let you finish. I let you finish. I never let anybody finish.
That's a shame.
So I ordered like some food around 7 o'clock, and I would go back there and nibble on it whenever I didn't have a table, or I was like, had a period of time that I was kind of slow. and I didn't get to finish my food until after midnight. And so I was back there after we closed, and I was eating, and somebody asked me, Jared, what's that you're eating? I said, oh, this is my chicken shrimp tequila tango. They're like, when did you order that? Around 7. Jared, that's just been sitting out in the open air for like 5 hours.
You're like...
And I kept eating. I looked her in the eye with the most serious face I could muster. I just looked at her and I said, you only swag once. And then I went back to eating. And then
no one laughed.
Of course not. Well, actually, Jake laughed because he saw the look on her face, and I think her brain exploded. And so he laughed at her. Yeah, she had an aneurysm from how horrible that saying was. I combined two of our least favorite things. Hashtag Yoso, guys. Yoso. That's props to my little brother came up with that. He came up with it ironically to make fun of people at his school. I'm very proud of him. He's coming along swimmingly in the developmental stage. All right. Now.
Ready for a ghost story?
All right, tell me a ghost story.
This isn't going to be good.
Hit me with it.
But we have the lights off, and I have a flashlight under my chin. Okay.
That's all you need for a ghost story. It doesn't even have to be good.
There once was a man named Donald Sterling.
Oh.
And from what I have heard, and this is just rumors from down the mill. Down the mill. I live on a creek with a watermill. And this is great vocals. Keep this up. And so this man, he had a mistress, and she was half white and half black, according to Jared. And he got mad that she brought another man to a game that he invited her to. And then Jared said that you loved me too. He said, what right do you have to be angry that she brought another man when your wife didn't approve of you to bring another woman?
Down by the old
This isn't actually a ghost story, so maybe I should start one.
Stream.
There once was a man with one eye. He looked at me, and he winked.
We were in a you know what, this whole segment right here is crap. We're gonna have to cut it all out.
You always say that, and we never do.
I know, we never do. Sorry, guys. We're just gonna have to deal with it.
No, that actually worked pretty well. I was like, and he winked, and he's just like, you mean he blinked?
Yeah, he did.
That was pretty fun.
All right, guys, but yeah, Marshall's right. We're segueing to. I used it again. Are you mad at me?
I fucking hate you.
All right.
We bicycled into our next thing.
Your favorite segment, our Shenangler of the Week, and the award goes to Donald Sterling, former owner of the Clippers.
AKA, what was the other word? Charles
Stanley? No.
AKA Charles Stanley.
No. Please don't drag Charles Stanley into this. I didn't mean
it. The Baptist preacher.
No, I didn't mean Charles Stanley. I meant Donald Sterling, and I just forgot his name. Anyway, this guy, this old dude, he owns the Clippers, and...
Which, by the way, sounds like a very questionable strip club.
No, because, Clipper ships. It's from the old...
I'm making a joke!
It was a bad joke. Anyway, you guys already know about this, I'm sure, but this guy, he's like this old, crusty molester-looking, like, dude who owned the Clippers, and he had a girlfriend, and he would take her to games with him, and she took a guy with her. Or, I don't know what happened. I really didn't pay attention. But basically, he said some racist things about black people. And she had been recording it, and she turned it into the authorities. It blew up on the internet. And not only did they force him to sell the Clippers to somebody who is a human being, but they also banned him from the NBA for life. And now he's trying to sue the NBA. But, I mean, hey... I don't see his wife complaining about him, like, dating a black woman, so I don't see why he gets to complain about her dating a black man.
Fair point.
And you were wrong about the whole wife's approval thing. He actually did have her approval, I believe.
No shit.
No, seriously. Because they're old, and she's like, there's no way I can, like, keep... I don't even want to deal with it anymore.
Well, that's fair.
So she just let him go out and date. But that doesn't mean he gets to be a racist.
No, he just gets to be a cheater.
No, he just gets to be an adulterer. Yeah, exactly. You overstepped your boundaries, Icarus. You flew too high to the sun, too close to the sun. You got to be an adulterer. You had to be a racist as well. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's not how it works in this society.
No.
So,
let me ask you something. Do you know who Paul Lavelle is?
Paul Lavelle. No, who is that?
I don't know. But according to Reddit, during his trial for bestiality, Paul Lavelle was asked why he decided to have sex with a sheep.
I'm sorry? Well, is he Scottish?
He said he turned his attention... Lavelle. He said he turned his attention to the sheep after a cow rejected his advances. after
Cows are
a
cheeky.
cow... They're all cheeks.
They're all cheeks.
Risky click of the day.
Risky click of the day.
He said he turned his attention to the sheep after a cow rejected his advances for fellatio.
What?
The jury erupted in laughter.
Have you ever seen that cow tongue, though? I can't really blame him. But seriously. Is this a real thing?
That's a very real thing.
Oh my god.